The crazy thing about your sleep schedule is, you can go to bed at 5 a.m. and wake up at 3 p.m. You get loads of sleep, right? But you wake up and you feel like shit because you missed half the day, and you wake up and like you go outside late and it's just like the sun's starting to go down. It just, although you had so much sleep, the time you went to bed and woke up, specifically when you woke up, I think, is just specifically when you woke up is what completely throws it off, and it completely throws your body off. We as humans are designed to go to bed when the sun is still up and wake up when the sun comes up. Now let's be honest, no one does that, right? Realistically, who's doing that? I'm not doing it. But I just wanted to explain how important it is that you go to bed at a decent time so that you can wake up at a decent time. Because when I was bartending, I was going to bed at 5, 6 in the morning, waking up at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, because I always work like night shifts, and like it completely fucked me, because whenever I wasn't working for those 3 days a week, I'd be trying to get my sleep schedule back, and then it would just fail, like I couldn't do it. In those 4 or 5 days, I literally couldn't get my sleep schedule back to where I wanted it to be, and I just felt like shit, like I wasn't sleeping. I was trying to stay up all night to fix it, it wasn't working, like it literally would not get fixed. And when I came to uni, it sorted itself out, because now I have to wake up for breakfast at 8:30. Now when you get into a routine of waking up at this time, I've had times where I've gone to bed, even after having a few drinks, at 2 in the morning, woke up at 8, felt really energized and had a great day. Whereas I had times where I slept 10, 11 hours after going to bed at 5 in the morning and felt like complete shit. So my point is, it doesn't just matter how much sleep you get, it matters what time you wake up and what time you go to bed. But I honestly think the more important out of the two is what time you wake up, because you want to wake up and get some sun in the morning. Like here I'm fortunate, the way my accommodation faces, the sun like in the morning comes over and it comes in. So like sometimes I'll just wake up and just open my curtains after I eat and just get some sun, and that just helps my body wake up and like, okay, it's daytime, time to go. But the point is, your energy levels will like increase like 2 or 3 fold just by waking up at a good time. Obviously I'm comparing it to the extreme example, which is me going to bed at 5 in the morning. That might not be you. The point is, like, if you're someone who has no energy in the day and your sleep schedule is always fucked, like, just take the day shift. Try not to go to bed really late. Like, I know the reason I was going to bed so late, even though I got back at 2, 3 in the morning, I'd then go to the gym after, because my gym was 24 hours. So maybe train before, just to try and mitigate that. Even though you're going to get 5 hours of sleep in that situation anyway if you wake up at a decent time, accept that you're going to get 5 hours of sleep and keep the schedule of waking up at a decent time. That will make you feel better than if you really oversleep and you're all over the place. Like, your body needs regulation. If it's not regulated, don't expect to feel energized. Don't expect to feel ready to do things in the day. Don't expect to feel good either. I think sleep schedule in terms of what time you wake up is really overlooked. Just make sure that you wake up at a decent time. Ideally you go to bed early so that you can wake up at a decent time with still having like 8, 9 hours of sleep. But even if sometimes you get 5, 6 hours, you're going to feel better than if you slept in like till like 2 or 3, 8 like PM and you went to bed later. Like, just stick to the schedule so your body at least has some sort of regulation. Wake up at a decent time when the sun's up, get some sun, get some light in your eyes. The way I felt when I was waking up that late and going to bed that late was like I felt so out of it when I was waking up at that time. So I know it sounds simple, but I think the difference it can have is like massive. Like, if you're one of the people that applies to, as in you're negatively affected by how you sleep, or at least you think you are, just try waking up at like a regulated time every morning. Even if it's just weekdays. Like, I find I wake up at 8 o'clock ish, 8:39 on weekdays. On weekends I'll sleep in till 9:30, 10, but I'm not physically able to sleep in further than 9:30, 10 because my body's regulated throughout the whole week. So I physically can't sleep in past that, which is good. And the one downside of that is if you go out or you're busy really late into the night and you go to sleep really late at say 4, 5 a.m, you're not getting much sleep, right? My body won't allow me to sleep in. But the next day, I've had many times where this has happened to me over the past few weeks, where I've had not much sleep and still woken up early-ish, not midday or afternoon, and I still felt great, even with the low amount of sleep I had. But anyway, I hope this video helps you in some way. If your sleep schedule is fine, then keep it that way. I just wanted to explain how detrimental it can be, or how beneficial it can be if it's bad right now and you have the opportunity to change it.